Oh, the final encounter between Team Maxwell for the all-rounders taking on Team Jos Buttler in this 2-2-2 World Cup. Fun fact here, you'll notice if you see the team of Team Glenn Maxwell, I only had 11 Maxwells when I was making the team. So I threw myself in as the 12th man. Is that the secret to why Team Maxwell has been winning? On the road to the final, Maxwell has defeated Santner by 12 runs, Stokes by 2 wickets, Flintoff by 2 wickets, and Smith by 1 wicket, while Team Buttler, on his road to the final, has beaten Tim Payne by 2 wickets, MS Dhoni by 2 wickets, Team Butcher by 2 wickets, and then Rabada by 1 wicket in the semi-final. Glenn Maxwell has won the toss, and he is electing to bowl first, which is arguably the way to go about things. If we have a look at the record, we've seen 30 games in this tournament. Only 7 times has the team that has batted first won. So that means 23 out of the 30 times the team chasing has won. That's just over 75-ish percent, or just under 75% that the team chasing has won. First ball. Over the top, a cover, and that'll be 4. Oh, no, it won't. It's been fielded. Oh, brilliant. Keeps it to 2. I think that's going to be one of the strengths from both these sides, is I think that they're going to be very, very good in the field. Obviously, Buttler got wicket-keeping prowess. Maxwell, just a very good fieldsman in general. They're looking for 2 here. This will be tight. They go to the keeper's end. Wrong end, I reckon, there from Maxi. Send it down there. So 4 from the first couple of balls. The other thing I want to point out here is Glenn Maxwell's taken 8 wickets in this tournament, which means he's bowled out the opposition side every time he has come up against one. This is in the air. Doesn't reach the fielder on the full. They're looking for 2 again. This will be close. And I get home safely. Didn't even whip the bails off in the end there. 3 2s to start things off. No wickets. We, of course, have seen Maxwell take plenty of wickets. Along the ground this time should be just the 1. Thought about a second, though. But, yeah, obviously, Maxwell, wickets critical for him. He hasn't had to chase anything. Hasn't put up a bigger score than 19. Hasn't had to chase a bigger score than 19, whereas Buttler, on the other hand, he's chased down every time he's played, always batted seconds. This is his first time batting first, putting a score on the board. Getting that one over the top. There's a fielder underneath it. Fielder takes the catch. Wicket is gone. Buttler loses 1. Maxwell continues to take wickets in 2-2 games and gets it done once again. As Buttler tries to spoon it over point. There was a deep man there, and he takes the catch. So Buttler, this one only faced a 1 ball, gone for a golden duck. Only 1 wicket in hand. But yeah, as we were saying, Buttler every time has managed to chase down. The biggest score he's chased down was 23, and that was in the semi-final against Rabada. But it looks like he's lost his 2nd wicket. Yes, he has. The little nick through to the Maxi keeper. And Glenn Maxwell knocks over Jos Buttler for just 7 runs. It's going to be a review here, but I don't think it's necessary. And Team Buttler coming from the ground with, here was the first wicket. Just spooned straight down to the fielder. The 2nd wicket was, of course, caught behind on the edge. But Team Buttler gone out for 7, which is actually the 2nd time Maxwell's knocked the team over for 7. Knocked Santner over for 7 in the first round. He knocked Stokes over for 6. So Team Buttler, who's only taken 2 wickets throughout the entirety of the tournament, will need to take 2 wickets in order to win this game. And you need to do it pretty quick. With only 7 on the board to defend, this field looks like a lot of short stuff's going to be coming. He's pitched it up, but it's a dot. That's not a bad start. I would like to point out also we've yet to see a super over in this tournament. That's in the air, and it's fielded quite well. Almost a run-out chance, but the throw a little slow. But I tell you what, certainly want to see some really good bits of fielding here from Team Buttler. They're going to need to take every chance, every half chance at their disposal in order to win this game. There's the little outside edge. No slip, of course, trying to defend these runs as quickly as they can. Keeps it to 1. But the 5 runs required for a Maxwell victory. Just 9 balls remaining now. The field looks like it's going to be a full delivery. It's a full toss. He's somehow not chopped it on. Oh, it's taken. I want to have a look at this. How the bloody hell is this out? I swear this ball has gone into the ground, but a remarkable wicket anyway. Let's have a look. I'm all over the shop. I reckon he's hit it onto his pad. And Buttler's taken the catch. Oh, I thought he'd like almost chopped it on, but he chopped it into the ground instead. I'm going to have a look at the replay of this one. But a wicket makes it an interesting game now, doesn't it? So Maxwell goes first ball. That's the second time we've seen a player go out first ball in this game. Actually, the third time. Now Maxwell out to the middle. Let's have a look at what happened here. Ball coming in, inside edge, onto the top of that pad, and it has ballooned in the air. They were trying to run through for one, but unfortunately, it was out. The good news for Team Maxwell, they crossed. So the Maxi with 3 runs on the board is now in. And he goes over cover. And he picks up 4 runs. And the scores are level again. Or were they ever level to begin with? No, they weren't. But the scores are now level. So the pressure's on everyone here. A wicket wins. Will take it to a super over. And a run will see Team Buttler win. No, they won't. No, it'll see Team Maxwell win. Can't speak. Can't think. Don't know what to do here, but it's Jos Buttler steaming in. 1 to win for Maxwell. 1 wicket to tie it for Buttler. In the air. There's a man down there. And it's taken. Oh, it seems. Absolute seems. I'm up out of my seat. We are going to a super over here in the final of this tournament. 30 games. Not a single one goes to a super over. In a final, we saw one of the lowest scores of the entire comp. 7 runs, and it's been defended. Oh my goodness, Jos Buttler took 2 wickets throughout the entire tournament. He's taken 2 in the final. A super over to decide it. Could you write... Oh geez, I was very loud there, sorry. Could you write the script any better? I don't think so. And guess what, everyone? I'm not even playing this, so I can't script it. I can't wait for all the comments now that are like, you scripted this, mate. I'm not even playing. My hand is nowhere near the control. This is AIVAI. It's genius. And it's happened. And Maxi hit a boundary off the first ball. Oh, a little top edge. This could be out if it's taken. It is. This is a wicket for Buttler. An early one in the super over. Oh, I need to calm down. There's too much happening right now. Maxwell goes for 4. 1 for 4, Team Maxi. As Maxi comes into the middle. But now the pressure's on. 4 balls to come in the super over. Need runs on the board does Team Maxwell. Pulled away. 4 runs, I reckon, there. Through mid-wicket. It's going to the rope. And it gets to the rope. So already we've seen a bigger score in the first 3 balls of this super over than we saw in either of the 2 innings. Both sides, of course, making 7 runs before they got bowled out. Now, I believe in a super over you do only have 2 wickets as well, if I am not mistaken. I think at one point they did change it so that you had like unlimited wickets, but I don't actually know if that's in the game. There's a wide. 9 runs now for Maxwell. Big full toss. Oh, inside edge almost onto the stumps. They pick up 1. Get this total up to 10. And this is also going to be an interesting total because we don't know what is a good score off a singular over. Is 10 a good enough score to win the game? Cut away behind towards third man. It'll be at least 2. Throw pretty good from the fielder. 12 now the score. Gee, that was a fantastic throw. Just direct hit the stumps. Last ball of the first super over, and it's a dot. So Team Maxwell end up with 12 runs from their 6 deliveries after scoring just the 7 in what ended up taking us to a super over. So now the Maxwells will be coming out to field. Here was the 1 wicket in the super over. It was a good catch taken by, I think, the short third man, Buttler, or was it the slip Buttler? I don't know. One of them ran over and got it. Wicketkeeper Buttler certainly nowhere near to be seen. And then a big pull shot for 4 from Maxwell before a couple of 2s finished off that innings. So the fate of who is the greatest 2-2 player in the universe all comes down to this. After both sides knocked over for 7 in a singular over, Team Buttler will attempt to chase down 12 runs set in the super over by Team Maxwell. Now, I reckon we go to count back. If it's 12, I don't think there's another super over to come. Anyway, let's start this super over off, and it's a wicket straight away! He's hit it straight into the keeper. Oh, Maxi gets an early one, and a strong position to be in for Team Maxwell. Oh, beautiful stuff. And it wasn't as BS as we might have thought, because he actually took it without moving too much. First ball of the super over, Buttler out. And it brings young Buttler out to the middle. Only scored 5 runs ever in his history. Needs 13 from the next 5 balls. This one goes down the ground. It's going to be runs. How many of it will it be? It's 4. Beats the fielder. Beautiful shot. He's in the air for a long time as well. That fielder, it's sort of deep, long on. Couldn't quite get there. This one a dot ball. A 9 needed from 3. Couple of boundaries. Could we get another tie? Is that even possible? In the air. This will be 4. This will be 4. And it's now 5 more runs needed from the next 2 balls. Oh, this is going to be very close again. But it's just one shot to win the game for Team Buttler here. It is just one shot. A 6 will win it. Oh, it's along the ground and it's a dot. Oh, a 4 would tie it up again. Could it happen? Could it happen twice in the one game after not happening a single time in 30 matches? Oh, I reckon covers the go. He goes in the air. Maxwell getting around to it and he fields it. Keeps it to 2 or just 1. And Team Maxwell is victorious. They win in the Super Over. Unbelievable scenes. Absolute thrilling. A thrilling match. Here was the start of the Super Over in a ball that and a catch that was perfect before we saw a couple of boundaries. And Team Buttler only managing the 9 runs. That last shot, if it was a little bit straighter instead of square, we would have seen it all tied up again and I wouldn't have known what the bloody hell to be doing. I think it would have been a count back. And maybe Buttler would have won on boundaries if he'd hit it to the boundary. But in the end, Team Maxwell victorious in the 2-2 Clones World Cup for the greatest player ever. The All-Rounders were favourites to win. The All-Rounders ended up winning. But what a tournament it was. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I hope you did enjoy this tournament. It was a lot of work to put together the 32 teams. I think I spent probably 3 hours actually putting them all together. It was a really long time and a long process to do it. But I hope it turned out well. What a thrilling final it was in the end. Didn't even get through the 2 overs. Although, if you look at it, if you add in the 1 over in the regular match and the 1 over in the Super Over, this ended up being a 2-2 game anyway. Fantastic stuff. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, I will see you all later. Goodbye.